Salute, salute, and grand rising to those who are already up. Y'all know we got to do it, man. We got to give that honor, that praise. You know what I'm saying? That salute to the eternal, indigenous, spiritual, most high, y'all. Always. You know, trolls only God and your mama can love you. And last but not least, one time, y'all know how it go, man. One time, yeah. Man, it's a lot to talk about, man. And I had to take a break, y'all. I had to take a break. I don't know if y'all have ever suffered from insomnia and stuff like that, but whew, man, it can be damaging, man. It can be damaging. Your mind is tired, your body is tired, but you can't quite fall asleep. Turn off all the lights, turn off everything, sit in darkness. You still can't fall asleep. You just laying there. Man, it's bad. It's bad, man. I wouldn't wish insomnia on anybody, man. If I go through it alone, and maybe it's a good thing that I walk through it alone, but it is nothing nice, man. Insomnia is nothing nice. All right, so my apologies for being absent, y'all, but I had to get me a peace of mind. You know, catching a hard time getting my computer to update so it can run the way it needs to run. So I have to go to my backup laptop, which is unfortunate because I don't spend a lot of time learning that laptop. But thank God I have. Well, thank the Most High that I have that laptop. I'll put it that way. All right. So we'll make it work. We'll make it do what it do. However it do what it does. You know, we're not gonna dwell on it. We're just gonna keep it moving. Seems to be lots of things going on right now, man. And there's some things being rubbed in our face. There's some things being rubbed in all of America's face. There's lots of things going on. And with Pam Bondi being fired, y'all, uh-oh for Trump. This could be uh-oh for Trump. Ain't nothing like that woman scoring, y'all. Let's talk about it. Ain't nothing like that woman scoring. You just fired a woman. You just fired Pam Bondi. But she been hiding everything for you. I don't know if she gonna take this too good. If she have to testify under oath, Trump, she might cook you. I'm just saying that is. She's gonna cook them. Oh yeah, I feel bad for Americans too, but right now, ooh, I think Donald Trump might get it, y'all. I said a long time ago, based on a lot of things that Trump has done, that I don't think he's gonna finish out his term. I don't know whether he'll be impeached or arrested. I don't know what it is, but I just don't see this guy finishing out his term for the things that he's doing. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Let's take this time, man. Shout out your city, your state, your area code, man. Let's do it like that, man. Y'all know I like to get the people involved. Know what I mean? So let's take the time to shout out your city, your state, your area code. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Your city, your state, your area code. Let's do it. Nah, don't be shy now. Your city, your state, your area code. Shout out to Ireland. Definitely. Shout out to Ireland. We got Ireland in the house, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got Ireland in the house. All right now. When I go on, when I begin my content here, I'm not gonna stop to start shouting out. Okay, shout out to Vietnam. We got Vietnam in the house. Let's go. Let's get them shout outs. Let's represent. Let's represent. Vietnam. Okay, okay. Thank you. I'm black. We talk a whole different way. We talk a whole different way. I don't need an English lesson from Vietnam. I say it how I say it. So I guess you're trying to tell me the E is silent. I thought I said it right. I've always heard it's Vietnam. Uh, Thank you, Magic. I appreciate that. No, with Vietnam, it's so the E is silent. I've never heard it that way, man. We're not gonna get into an English lesson, man. Shout out to the V. We'll put it that way. Let's move on. Let's move on. Ain't nobody here, no English teachers, no English scholars. Let's move on. Iran, Iran, all the same. Thank you, Magic. That's what I thought. Thank you, Magic. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Thank you, Magic. I appreciate that. All right, so we know about the whole spaceship, the Soul Artemis launch, y'all. To me, that was a crock of. They actually did it on April Fool's Day, so I can bet that there's something behind this, y'all. There's something behind this. All right, Maurice, don't be the first one to get exited out of here, Maurice. Don't be the first one. We actually on some serious stuff, Maurice. Find you another platform to troll before I troll you back, Maurice. And you can ask anyone who follows me. You won't like the way I troll, my man. I'm not the average content creator. You won't like the way I troll. I can let you steal my energy right now. So we know about the Artemis launch. Like I said, to me, it was nothing great. It came at a bad time in the country. It showed what they've actually been spending money on, and there's so many other things that they could have addressed in the country. All right, and they did it on April Fools. So that was a strategic choice of a date, y'all. And the truth to come out, we just got to wait for it. So I don't want to speak too much on it, but it's suspect. It's suspect. And they were saying lots of things like this is the first time that they've gone to the moon. Well, I thought you've gone to the moon before. You know, they said lots of things on these news channels that we'll hold off on that, but this is just the wrong time to rub a space shuttle launch in the American people's face, and we're already facing inflation from a military campaign that we shouldn't have anything to do with. That's costing Americans their lives, their safety, money, mental distress. You know, you got money for a space shuttle, but you can't address homelessness and healthcare right here in your country. Lots of things, man. This is what I'm saying. Like Trump is stacking these things up, man. Trump is stacking these things up, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Trump is stacking the deck against himself. Now, let's say he started this whole military campaign because he needed to get the Epstein files out of the headlines so that he had a possible chance of the conservative party winning out the midterms. And that's not happening right now. The blue is winning it, y'all. I'm independent. I don't care for him either. I say we need more than two parties, but that's besides the point. Let's say that he started this military campaign in in Iran just to cover up these headlines, just to look like a war hero, just to make his MAGA base praise him, look at him for King Trump, right? For a moment, he did it until all the lies came out, until Iran started kicking our butts, well, their butts, all right, America's butts, and started laughing at everyone. Iran was very strategic. I just heard one of these people say tonight. He was a politician. He goes, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. But it's all for colonization, y'all. It's all for colonization. Let me see if I can find it. I like to show y'all. Rather than tell you, I like to show you where you can hear it and see it. Give me just a second, y'all. Give me just a second. Don't you pick up my southernness. You know I'm in the South. You know I'm in the South. Don't do it, don't do it. Let's see if I can find it. I think I found it. This is sad. Listen to what the white man said on TV. We need to control Iran's economy and their oil. Colonizing 101. Y'all white motherfuckers is something else. He's saying this on national TV. We need to control their economy and their oil. We got white power. Y'all motherfuckers is sick as fuck. Ugh. And can't even control their own right here for the American people. Why would you want to control someone else's? Why? Why can't they govern themselves? Now with Pam Bondi being out of here, if she has to go under oath, y'all, there is a possible chance that she could turn the tables on Trump. She was protecting Trump. This is the same Pam Bondi who would not turn around and face those Epstein victims when she was being questioned. Now that Trump has fired her, there's no telling how personal she took that. What's up, hard luck? There is no telling how personal she's going to take that because we know women can be scorned. Okay, we know women can be scorned. What if she actually comes out? There's always a what if, y'all. You know what I'm saying? There's always a what if. Like Mr. Tendenism says, if you take the word life, you can't spell it without if. So it's always a if. You know what I mean? What if she takes this the wrong way? What if she turns the table on Trump? What if she starts to tell the truth about the Epstein files and who told her, not to prosecute, not to investigate? What if she becomes a whistleblower? Do y'all know that that would be the end of Trump? That would be the end of Donald Trump as we know it. I don't think Trump is going to finish out his term. I don't think Trump is going to finish out this year. I don't think he's going to finish out this year. But that could be detrimental. With him doing that to Pam Bondi, now imagine if they go after Pete Hegseth, all right, and then Cash Patel. Whew, we've seen this before, y'all. We have seen this before in the Trump cabinet. We have saw this before. Michael Flynn, we have saw this before. We have saw this before. Michael Pence, we have saw this before. This can be this can be quite detrimental to Donald Trump, y'all, and his presidency. I didn't expect to see all those people out at the No Kings rally, but I'm wondering, would they be out there if none of the things that's going on politically now actually affected them too? See, now for the first time, and I have to say it like this, y'all know I'm unapologetic. Now for the first time, when middle class white people pull up to the gas pumps, they feel like black people. They feel like how the minorities feel. Man, what the heck is with these gas prices? I can't afford this. You just made a three-class country a two-class country. There's no poor, middle class, and rich anymore. You either have it or you don't have it. And with the rising cost of everything and inflation kicking in the way it's doing, y'all, a lot of people aren't gonna have it. There's more people who's not gonna have it than people who have it. And talking about working for pennies right now, if you are, let's say you drive, it takes you an hour to get to work, it takes you an hour to get home. Factor in how long you're sitting in traffic. Factor in the rising price of gas right now. You're paying almost double because they're watering that gas down. They're passing laws to water it down more, which means it's going to burn faster. You're paying more for fuel but it's not even pure. It's watered down, which means that you're going to be paying for gas two, three times more because it's burning two, three times faster. Ethanol, allegedly, let me say allegedly, even though I read it today, y'all, it's going to be passed. So they're finding a way to squeeze every darn dollar out of the American people. They always find ways to keep us divided, keep us fighting amongst each other. It could be religion, it can be race, it could be politics, it could be whatever. All of this is manufactured by your government so that we don't pay attention to what they are actually doing to all of us. So while we're busy fighting each other, they're controlling all of us. They're duping all of us. They're getting rich off of all of us. Like it or not, those gas pumps, they don't discriminate. They don't discriminate. They don't say, hey, I'm only going to charge you 2.80 a gallon because you white. You black, I'm going to charge you 5.06 a gallon. They ain't doing that. And gas prices don't change due to your race. It doesn't change due to how you vote. It don't change due to your religion. And I'm saying that to let everyone know that we are all going through this together. We have to stop fighting one another and put our eyes on the government, on the government. And that starts with the people who run the government and the majority of the people who have always ran the government. If I'm going to tell the truth, I'm going to tell the truth. It's time to let somebody else run it. If you're in your 70s, 80s, hell, if you're in your 60s, why the hell are you still in office? That's old politics. The world has changed. We stream music now. You got people who's in Congress who remember when 8 tracks first came out. That's not good. That's not good. Let me say it again. That's not good. They do Apple Music and Pandora now. Y'all still around here looking for 8 tracks and vinyls, you know. That's not good. We That's not good. Now, I'm gonna say this. Donald Trump comes out and says that America doesn't have the money federally for universal health care and things like Medicaid and Medicare because they've got to do things like this military war campaign. Now, these military campaign, excuse me, but these are his words now. He said we have to leave it up to the states to fund universal health care and raise the taxes on the people to in order to give the people of the state universal health care for mothers and fathers who both have to go to work. Then in turn he said that he would lower the taxes, the inflation on a state that does tax the people for universal health care. Do y'all hear this? He will federally stop taxing that state if that state agrees to tax the people in order to create a universal health care program. Either way, the people are paying for it. It should be federally funded. It will boom America's economy. I'm pretty sure you'd be making your money back. You'd be making your money back. People had universal health care and people had universal child care. It helps. It helps, especially universal child care. It helps. People would work longer hours if they knew they had someone to watch their children. And people would work longer hours if they knew that a majority of the money that they were working for could actually cover their debt rather than cover a created debt called child care. Now, I agree. Every family should have somebody in the family who can watch your children. But if everybody is busy doing their own thing, the total responsibility is those are your children. So you've got to make a way. You got to make a way. But this thing could really turn on Donald Trump. This thing can really take a turn on Donald Trump. And how do you say that you don't have money for this and money for that? You're launching space shuttles. You're all in Iran. I've been trying to say it the right way, Iran. But you can't address reparations. I find that laughable every time. Every time I find it so laughable. I just watched today how it went when Reagan gave the Japanese their reparations, like after 50 plus years. They were only in those concentration camps for like what 3 years? 3 years. 50 years pass by. They get reparations. Those black folks though. Those black folks. Those black folks though. Nothing. Nothing. Just launched a whole space shuttle during the time of a military war campaign. Man, listen, my mind had me waiting to see the worst, y'all. I thought I was gonna see a drone or something fly by, and it was just gonna be, you know what I mean? I thought I was gonna see, I thought I was gonna see a drone or something fly by when that thing took off, man, and we was gonna see something. 'Cause I remember seeing what happened in Space Shuttle Challenger, y'all. If you're old enough and you remember the launch of Space Shuttle Challenger, yeah, that didn't go too good, man. We watched a great ball of fire. Rest in peace to those victims. But yeah, that launch didn't go too good. And with everything going on, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I thought for a minute, you know what I'm saying, something could go terribly wrong. So I'm glad they're safe. But you've got your interest is in the moon right now instead of the American people. Your interest is in Iran right now instead of the American people. Your interest is in how much money you can make yourself and your family rather than the American people. Yeah, okay, so we got one that remembers Space Shuttle Challenger. Yeah, yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday, man. That was a great ball of fire in the sky, man. Looked like a whole nother sun, man. That was sad. So shout out to you, Antonio De La Rosa. Shout out to you. He says, I'll never forget Challenger. That was wild. Yeah, that was wild, man. That was wild. That was wild. So I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting something to go south, but I'm glad it only went north. You know what I mean? I would say that. But you're gonna launch this thing to go around the moon, get back home, and you have America in awe. Oh, oh, oh. But we're not in awe when we go in these grocery stores. We're not in awe when we pull up to these gas pumps. We're not in awe when your rent and your mortgage is going up. We're not in awe when you're fighting hard to get health care. You're not in awe when you're homeless. You're not in awe when you're hungry. You're not in awe when you can't afford to go about daily life. You're working for this. And you still can't survive in what they say is the greatest country on earth. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, when was America great? And when did he plan on making it great again? When? Because it's falling all on the American people right now. Think about it. It's falling so hard on the American people, and we're being duped and lied to that even if Iran wanted to retaliate, I'm pretty sure they have sleeper cells over here. That's going to fall on the American people. Thank God for your Second Amendment rights, correct? Correct? Will we have to worry about those sleeper cells had these colonizing people just left Iran alone? If these colonizing people start running behind, I'm going to go ahead and say it at least once, Israel, wouldn't it? If they were really America first, if they was really focused on making this a better country rather than flexing our military power and making us global bullies, How much greater would it be to be an American, y'all? How much greater would it be? I, everything is going up. Even your light, man. Listen, they've already spiked the ratings on your lights too, man. You know what I mean? So your light bill, you're gonna see that get higher too. There's higher interest rates on that on your electricity now. It's gonna go up on everything. It's gonna go up on everything because they have to fund this military campaign. They have to fund this attempt at colonizing a whole other country and controlling its resources rather than being resourceful domestically to your people in your country that you took an oath to protect and serve and swore that you would make great again. Do y'all see how this works? Do y'all see how this works? But it's the American people that's going to feel this every time, every time. And woe to the families who are feeling the inflation, and also burying their young and their loved ones, their family members who are returning deceased from this whole military campaign in Iran. So they have to pay those prices at the gas pump, have to pay those prices for food in your grocery stores, for clothes, for daily household items. Man, listen, I just went to buy a mop the other day, and I ain't gonna lie, I was looking for an old cheap mop. Cheap mop. The cheapest mop I saw, man, was like $12 to $15 for a mop, y'all. For a mop. Something that used to cost about $5. A mop. $12 to $15, y'all. A mop. A mop. Bought a new shower curtain liner. So you could probably find those for about maybe $5 to $10, right? $15. $15. You're seeing the inflation. I don't know if you're paying attention to it, but you're seeing it. You're seeing it. Little household items, man. Pay attention to the price of laundry soap. Pay attention to household items, y'all, cleaning items. Pay attention. Pay attention. Food costs. Pay attention, man. Look at the price spikes. We all see it with the gas, just like we know that gas is burning super fast. No one's doing anything any differently. We're going to the same place, coming back home every day, same routine every day. How are you burning more gas now than you were before the gas prices went up? So you've got money. You can go to the reserve and ask for money to fund a military campaign when Congress never declared this to be WAR. When you didn't even bring the idea before Congress, you're already a felon. And now you fire Pam Bondi and you're not worried about her putting the truth out about the Epstein files. Oh, this is not a smart guy. He is not a smart individual, y'all. It's just not smart. That is not a brilliant move. You anger the very person who's protected you the most, who's lied under oath for you the most, who's taken all of the heat for you the most. Pam Bondi. He fires Pam Bondi, the woman who chose to disrespect those Epstein victims behind her when they asked her to turn around and face them and apologize, and she wouldn't do it. And she chose to throw them under the bus for Donald Trump. She went on to praise Donald Trump. He just fired. That's like Batman firing Robin, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Robin gonna get mad and tell all Batman secrets. All he gonna be like, hey, Joker, hey, Joker, hey, man, listen, man. I know all Batman secrets. I don't like what he did to me, man. I give you all of his intel if you let me in. because I don't like what he did to me. That's what I'm saying. Trump doesn't care. That's crazy. That was not a smart move on his behalf. If she was the only thing stopping him from being in the headlines again about the Epstein files, why would you do it now? Because she's definitely the one that could put you back in the headlines now. She's a woman. We know women are scorned. So depending on how she takes this, even though she's in a more, it says something about her taking a private job, whatever that is. Sounds. What's up, Pammy? What's up, Pammy? Like this man man, he's playing Russian roulette, man, with his own stability, man. I believe they need to remove Trump, man. Trump can't think clearly, man. Trump cannot think clearly, man. That was not a smart move. Do y'all understand now that he's fired Pam Bondi? She can take him down. She can take everybody down. She can take everybody down. She can take everyone down. What are they gonna do? Indict her? Are they gonna lock her up and she gonna come up missing too? Is she allegedly gonna come up unalived? You know what I mean? Bless you as well. Is she gonna allegedly come up unalive now? This was not a smart move for Donald Trump. If you started this military campaign with Iran to keep the Epstein files out of the headlines and to win the midterms by looking heroic to your conservative base, then what did you just do to your conservative base by firing Pam Bondi, who's been the very one shielding you? She's been taking all of the heat for him. I can't sleep, so I can't sleep. So you were alive. So here I am. What are we talking about? Yeah, I don't believe nothing they say either. No, we're just talking politics tonight. We're talking, how they're going to launch a shuttle at a time like this on April Fool's Day. And America is struggling for money, and we see where our money is going. And this whole military campaign and, the things that we should have if they actually focused on America first. And we're talking about him firing Pam Bondi. And I'm more interested in talking about Pam Bondi because yo, at this point, man, if she is hurt, if she is feeling some type of way, you know what I mean? We don't know. She could take it like a champ today and wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I can't believe he humiliated me like that. I can't believe that he actually humiliated me like that. And I was the very person protecting him. I was his pit bull. I was his guard dog. We've seen this before. You know what I'm saying? We've seen this before. She could really, really expose him. She's seen the Epstein files unredacted, y'all. Like she knows the truth. She knows the truth. We don't know the truth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They if something happens to her, allegedly, I hope not. But we'll know that's a plot because we know something happened to Jeffrey Epstein. We know. And I ain't gonna lie, I believe that's the only reason they actually locked P. Diddy up. They knew P. Diddy knew something, and they wanted to see if P. Diddy was gonna snitch. They offered him a deal. It took a lot of time away from him, allegedly. Like, look, we only gonna give you 4 years, but we need you to promise that you're gonna keep it real because Epstein didn't make it out. This is my opinion, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We know our government some gangsters, so I wouldn't put it past them. And I don't trust anything they say either, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust anything they say either. I don't trust anything they say at all, but this can be bad. Now, and we'll see the residual effect of this. If you start to see the Epstein files creep back in the mainstream media now, you better bet Pam Bondi is she's a whistleblower. She's gonna blow the whistle. You better bet she's gonna start leaking things. She's going to start leaking information, y'all. You're gonna start hearing lots of crazy stories, lots of events. Man, they're if she has to testify under oath now, Now, if she has to testify under oath, it's over. It's over. See, but when she testified under oath, the many times that she has, she was still working for Donald Trump. So she had to be loyal to Donald Trump. If she has to go under oath and testify now that she's no longer the head of the Department of Justice, oh, she's gonna tell everything. She you so you do think that she's gonna go under oath? If she does, she owes him no loyalty. She owes him no loyalty. And we know that okay, that is emotional scoring woman. We know what an emotional scoring woman is capable of. Men don't we know? Men don't we know? Hell, that emotionally scoring woman know what she's capable of too. So this just all depends. Pam Bondi, like she might let the thug come out, y'all. We already know she don't give a darn. You know what I'm saying? Right, right. And he just actually destroyed his MAGA base because a lot of his base respected Pam Bondi for her loyalties. You know what I'm saying? And the way she defended him, defended the movement. I mean, Trump is tearing up his own base and he's globally destroying the world and he's domestically turning us against each other. This has been nothing but destruction and chaos, man. This is like watching a Lifetime movie or something, or a damn good thriller, a damn good thriller. You know what I'm saying? Movie or something, man. Heck yeah, she gonna sing. Like I'm telling you, I think she's gonna sing. Somebody should have sat down and told Trump, not Trump, Donald, I know you're mad. I know your rashes are burning and itching right now. I'll get you some hydrocodone cream. I'll get you what you need. But Donald, Tangerine Dream, I need you to listen to me. It is not a good idea for you to let go of Pam Bondi. That it is not a good idea for you to let go of Pam Bondi. Sir, need I remind you that she's the head of your Department of Justice, that she's seen things, that she's redacted things, that she's been under oath for you many a times, and she's took the heat and gone under the gun and been slandered and talked about many a times for protecting you. She is a shield for you. She's a pit bull for you. Someone should have sat down and told this man this, man. I'm gonna say salute to Afro, man. What did Snoop get locked up for? What did Snoop get locked up for? You sure that wasn't a hoax? That was real? But anyways, I don't want to get off point, man. She's gonna sing like a bird, man. She's gonna sing like a bird, boy. She's gonna sing like Hillary Clinton finally getting a chance to tell the truth about Donald Trump. You know how much she really hate Donald Trump. I'm telling you, boy. She gonna sing quicker than Hillary Clinton could pull that hot sauce out of her purse, man. He said he was involved in it. You sure that's true, man? You sure that's true, man? I ain't trying to get off topic. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not trying to get off topic right now, cause man, this is something to think about. I'll definitely look that up though. Let's see. Now you got me curious. Whoa, 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 whoa.
In history. And this morning, the man known as Keefe D is breaking his silence from behind bars. For nearly 30 years ago, became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved. Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Yeah,
Then
Snoop
in
hasn't been
2023,
arrested.
a breakthrough when
Snoop hasn't been arrested, man. I don't think that's real. I don't think that's real. Now, I'm gonna tell you who probably could be arrested though. Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi. What's good? What's good from Brooklyn? What's good from Brooklyn? Melissa, what's good from Brooklyn? What's good? What's good, Miss Brooklyn? What's good in Brooklyn? Get your salute from Florida. Yo, one time. Get your salute from Florida. But man, they could, man, I'm trying to think of every way possible that they could jam Pam Bondi up. They could file charges on her, all type of gag orders. Y'all know they'll go through, man. Listen, if these people ran up in Nancy Pelosi house, man, these people would do the most. I think they could allegedly scare Pam Bondi straight. They might be like, psst, psst, you say anything, you already know. You already know. You know what I'm saying? You know, you saying don't believe the hype. Yeah, I hope they put that B under the jail. If they put her under the jail, boy, Donald Trump will be under the prison. If they put Pam Bondi under the jail, they might as well go ahead and put Donald Trump under the prison. Put him under Alcatraz. Lock him up with all them illegal immigrants he done rounded up and treated unfairly. Put him in the prison with them. Let's see how them illegal immigrants feel once they can have access to him. Cause she's gonna sing. She's gonna sing, man. And what he's doing in Iran right now is dead wrong, man. There is no way that you should feel great about unaliving 160 plus little girls who were just in school. What the hell do citizens have to do with your beef? You know what I'm saying? He can go to yeah. I'm with you, Pammy. I'm with you. I'm with you, Pammy. I'm with you, Pammy. It's crazy, man. I could not believe that he actually fired her. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I thought Cash Patel would be out before Pam Bondi. I thought Cash Patel would be out of there before Pam Bondi. Yeah, I really. That's not smart. That's not smart. She's been like the only. Who was the other attorney? Was it Michael Cohen or somebody that he did that to as well in his first term? I think it was Michael Cohen and Michael Flynn. We've seen this so many times, man. So many times. So we know that these people have the tendency to turn on Trump. Once Trump is disloyal to them, after they've shown Trump loyalty, these people usually turn around and expose Trump. And I don't think it's going to take a year. And the reason I don't think it's going to take a year is because now she's going to put those Epstein files right back in the headlines. Maybe she knows that this with Iran was a distraction. She's going to find a way now. And in the midterms, y'all, during the midterms, if she puts this back out right now while the midterm is going on, and most of these cities and states and everything, most of them are flipping blue, y'all. Most of them are flipping blue. Mar-a-Lago, right there where his home is in Palm Beach, they just flip blue. Imagine that. When he goes to Mar-a-Lago, it's controlled by blue now. It's controlled by blue. Imagine that, y'all. It's flipping. It's flipping. And black people, that don't mean run and vote for the Democrats, okay? And it don't mean run and vote for the Republicans either. It means until they talking about reparations, man, sit it out. What's in it for blacks? That's how you should be thinking. What's in it for blacks? What's in it for black Americans? Don't just run and vote for somebody because it's a party. You know what I'm saying? What's in it for me? You got to have that what's in it for me mentality. That what's in it for us mentality. You have to. At this point, you have to. So this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely crazy. I couldn't believe that. I thought she would survive if anybody survived. I thought Pete Hegseth would be out before Pam Bondi would be out. We've seen Pam Bondi in action, man. Pam Bondi was like his replacement to Marjorie Taylor Greene, y'all. Come on now. Come on now. Marjorie Taylor Greene was that same pit bull for Donald Trump. That same pit bull. Look what happened. He called her a traitor. Never even gave her a job in his cabinet. Now look at Pam Bondi, y'all. Pam Bondi, who has been under oath with all these Epstein victims standing right beside her, and she was ordered to turn around and at least address them, say I'm sorry or something. She said, "No, I will not." She stood up for Trump. She stood 10 toes down for MAGA, and MAGA himself would not stand 10 toes down for her. He just released her. He just released her. Did he release her for not doing a good job handling the Epstein files? Because if he isn't locked up right now, if all these politicians and celebrities and so forth not locked up right now, I think she did an excellent job lying for him. Because we know, and if y'all not gonna lock them up, y'all better let R. Kelly go, man. Lock them parents up. Them parents knew what they was doing when they dropped that man off to his house. Let R. Kelly go and lock up the negligent parents. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Eric Crush, no one going down. Face the facts. Too big to fail. Welcome to Washington, D.C. Mafia mob corruption. D states, Democratic and established Rhino, GOP, Republicans. Right, it's all the same thing. I'm in agreement with you, but there's always the what if. Now that he's fired Pam Bondi, this can possibly go down during midterms, and it can go south for him. We already know that this military campaign against Iran has gone south. We all know America getting their ass whooped, man. Let's be honest. We all know America getting their ass whooped. Iran is making memes and videos. We know America is getting their ass whooped. That didn't go good for us. What he did in Venezuela didn't look good. That didn't go good for us. You know, none of this is looking good right now. And him firing Pam Bondi, I'm sorry, man. That was his shield. That was his armor, man. That was his armor. Man, I don't know. That's like firing your attorney right before trial and saying you're gonna represent yourself. That's what that he needed Pam Bondi. Now she's a trifling evil to me. She's no different from an Erica Kirk. I'm not even saying she's a great human being because she's not. But I'm focused on right here. If Donald Trump was trying to keep the Epstein files out of the headlines by starting this epic fury with Iran, then why would you, excuse me, y'all, insomnia, why would you fire Pam Bondi? It just does not make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. I can't figure that out. I can't figure that out. But y'all, I just wanted to have a quick live and chat it up and see what y'all thought about this, man. You know, this is big to me. This is big. I just wanted to see what y'all thought about it. And I'm gonna say this in closing. If y'all got money for space shuttles, if y'all got money for you make no sense. You make no sense. It's always a troll. I'm not gonna let you steal my energy. You're ignorant. You're taking up for a pedo. That makes you a pedo. You shouldn't even spoke up. I hope Homeland Security come knock on your door and arrest you and put an ankle monitor on you. We know where to look for them little babies at when they come up missing now. All right, Joe Banderas. Any more kids come up missing? We coming to your house, man. We coming to your crib. We coming to your crib. Let any more children come up missing. Especially them little boys, Joe. Especially them little boys, Joe. We sending Homeland Security right to your home, right to your house. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We coming to get you. We coming to get you. We know where them babies at. We know where them babies at. It's all right. He told himself, y'all. People who can't see through this, people who still take up for this chump, you know what they are. You know what they are. They're either in the closet homosexuals and they like little kids. That's what it is. They're the weirdos. They're the pedos. They're the pervs. They're the ones that support all these children being, um, how you can get how you drive and you can get stuck in rush hour traffic. They support that when it comes to children, y'all. They support that. You know what I mean? They think 12 and 14 years old is legal. That's what they think. These are the sickos that's running the country right now. These are the sickos that's running the country. But like I said, I just want to come over here and see what y'all thought about it, man. I think this is gonna be a bad move for him. This is gonna come back to bite him in his. It's like everything else bites him in that. All right, Carlene says because she was unsuccessful with James and Comey. I mean, for whatever reason, it's gonna go down, man. There's always someone stronger. Pam Bondi wouldn't get dirty. President Trump still looking for payback 2020. Listen, they're still looking to get Trump too. So Trump need to learn, man. It's gonna get bad. Let's not forget all these war crimes, man. This man has committed numerous amounts of war crimes, man. It's places that this president can't travel because they have warrants for him. You've got to send other representatives to these countries as the president of this country because you have warrants out for you. My lost her honor brother. Try to get 200 subscribers by the end of this year. Y'all go subscribe to Supple Bud, man. Y'all go subscribe to Supple Bud 2020. No, they couldn't find nothing on Jack. This is what I'm saying. They couldn't find nothing on James Coney. You right. So that adds substance, relevance to what I'm saying right now. That's why this could turn out bad for him with him firing Pam Bondi. What was his reasons? You can't say that she wasn't doing her job. She was definitely doing her job. I mean, she chose being loyal to Trump over looking at man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, I just don't see this working out good. I don't see it working out good. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for stopping in. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a little bit more shut eye, wake up, well refreshed, and we're gonna be back on our thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? Talk about our business. So this is a freebie, y'all. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this live. Let's get other people into this conversation. You know, and why would you choose April Fools to launch another shuttle? Keep that in mind too. You launch a shuttle to the moon on April Fools. You know what? 50 years from now, we're gonna find out that was a big ass April Fool's joke itself. Maybe it might be going to Mars. It might be going to Saturn. I think somebody's trying to get the hell off the Earth, y'all. I think somebody might be trying to get the hell up off the Earth because the Earth is getting too hot. I think the heat is on. You know what I mean? Donald Trump himself might go spend a night on a satellite in space just to get away. He got an Airbnb built into a satellite in space, allegedly. I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all have a good night, man. And y'all remember, man, get your one on one, get your one on one, get your one on one with the indigenous, internal, spiritual, most high. None of that colonial made up religious stuff, man. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, be you. And thank you for tuning in. Ashe.